Hello everyone and welcome to St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon, Delhi NCR. St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management is the best engineering college in the entire India. It is the fastest growing college in the country. It has a variety of courses from BTech, BBA, BCA, and they are soon upcoming with architecture, law, and MBA. This provides finest education in the country. It is one of the best colleges in terms of education, infrastructure, facilities, the quality of the quality of faculty, and it gives ample amount of opportunities to both student and faculties for its growth. This is the best career choice that you will make for yourself. Let's start the video. The subject we shall be discussing in the video is System Analysis and Design, that is BBAN 602 is the code, and this is the syllabus is for BBA 6th semester according to the MDU University Rohtak curriculum. The topic we shall be discussing over here is logical to physical implementation. I Shalini from CSC department will take you forward in the video. Okay, see, now we are done with the logical implementation. We have made all the rules, the requirements. Now what we have to do is we have to make it physically implementable into the system, right? So assuming that the logical data model is complete, though what must be done to implement a physical database? So now we are on to the physicality part of it, right? So the first step is to create an initial physical data model by transforming the logical data into physical implementation based on an understanding of the DBMS to be used for deployment, right? So whatever database that you are using, so according to that knowledge, say for an SQL or Oracle or anyone, so you have to convert your logical into a physical implementation depending upon your understanding of the database, right? Then, to successfully create a physical database, you need to have a good knowledge of the following DBMS features. So, what are they? The very first is in depth knowledge of the database objects supported by the DBMS and the physical structures and files required to support those objects, right? So, what do you need to have? You have an in depth knowledge of the database objects that are used, database objects, and the files and the physical structure, right? That is the architecture and objects, all the stuff. Okay. Next is details regarding the manner in which the DBMS support indexing, referential integrity constraints, data types and other features. So all the features that the DBMS support, right? Third is detailed knowledge of new and obsolete feature of particular version or releases. This is also very important. If a new version is added and then you have changed a bit, so you need to upgrade yourself, right? Then for knowledge of the DBMS configuration parameter. So how do you configure it? That is also important because ultimately you have to use the database. You have to put it in use. So how do you configure it with various devices? That's also very important. And the data definition language, because data, unless and until you know the language, you actually cannot translate the physical design into the actual data objects. So these are the 5 points that need to have in mind. Okay, now after you are armored with the correct information, now you can effectively create a database, right? So the first step in transforming logical data model into physical model is to perform a simple translation from logical terms to physical objects. So what are you doing? You are doing a simple translation from logical terms to the physical objects. So this will actually be complete and correct database design, and there are three steps to it for the transformation. So first you need to transform the entities into tables, then the attributes into the column, and then domains into data types and constraints, right? So this is how you do. First is entity to table, attribute to column, and domain to data types and constraints. So in order to support the mapping of the attributes to table column, you will need to map each logical domain to the attribute of the physical data type, right? So you match each and every, this is the 3 points that we have written now. So this is kind of explaining it. So you support, you do the column to the attribute into the physical database design, right? And each must be assigned a data type, and then you assign, so first you did the table, the attributes parts in the table, then you assign the data, and then you see that what kind of data. So all these points explain this. See example, data type could be a char 25. So this means that 25 is the maximum length of the character that could be stored in that kind of column. And this char can be this column can have different data types like graphic, floating point, decimal, etc, etc, right? And also an important needed point to be noted here is every DBMS has certain sort of data types that it provides. So you need to adjust your logical design according to the DBMS, right? Which is very necessary. And also you need to apply the constraint to the column. So suppose if you have 1 and 10 and both the details are inclusive, so you need to put that column, and you need to have that constraint, you have to properly specify. Okay, say for an example, if you have to support put on marks of the student, so the maximum marks can be 100 and the minimum can be 0, like if there's no negative marking. So your 0 and 100 can be your maximum, minimum and maximum, and both can be inclusive. So that would be what, that would be the constraint. So if you try to enter 101, it will refrain you from doing it. If you try to enter negative value less than 0 or anything greater than 100, it will refrain you. So that is what is known as constraint, that you put it on the column, right? So this is what it is explained. And then you check the constraints and their limits, that whether you have put a right constraints, right? Okay, next we come to specifications of a primary key, right? So any physical design that you need a primary key. Why? Because you need to uniquely identify that point, that tuple. So primary key should be assigned for every entity in the logical data, which is very correct. And these has to be, you have to be very careful in selecting these primary key in the model also. And multiple candidate keys, they are uncovered during the data modeling process. So out of those multiple candidate key, you can take anyone, choose anyone to be the primary key, right? So you decide to choose a primary key other than the one selected during the logical design, so either one of the candidate keys or another surrogate keys for physical implementation. But even if the DBMS does not mandate a primary key for each table, it is a good practice to identify a primary key for each physical table you create, right? So you identify a primary key for each of the every physical table that you are creating, and any failure to do so will make processing the data in that table more difficult, right? So of course, there are many other decisions that must be made during the transition from logical to physical. For example, each of the following must be addressed. What are the points that you have to keep in mind? The nullability of each column in each table. Then has to be that there can't be any null values, right? So for character column, you should fix the length and variable length that are you are supposed to be used. And should the DBMS be used to assign values to sequences or identity? Suppose it is serial number, so you can see if it automatically fits into the serial number or anything of that sort, or identity column that it is looking forward to. Then you implementing logical relationship by assigning referential constraints. So anything referential constant that you want to apply into the model. Okay, then it is building indexes on column to improve query performance. So before putting up your query, you actually see that if you can put any index onto it or whatever that you do. Okay, then choosing the type of index to create B tree, bitmap, reverse key, hash partitioning, etc. Then deciding on the clustering sequence for the data, and other physical aspects such as column ordering, buffer pool specification, data files, denormalization, and so on. So you need to have actually a well knowledge about all the features that you are actually doing for it. So these are okay. So there's this note that you need to keep in mind. So because now we are done with the physical implementation, you have modified, you took care of the nullability, you took care of the referential constraints, you took the integrity constraints, you have taken care of everything. But there's this one thing, see, before this data model physical database, you need to have a logical blueprint exactly in your mind also, and also on the paper also, right? So unless and until you do a simple logical mapping, you cannot achieve it. So it has to be done first, a logical mapping, logical to physical mapping you do, and then you start creating it, right? And see, many physical design decisions need to be made by DBA before implementing physical database structures, and this may necessitate deviate from the logical data model. So many a times you are actually the physical meter quite a number of times it deviates from the logical one. And if any such deviation should occur based on in-depth knowledge of the DBMS and physical environment which the database will exist. So at any deviation that you are having, you need to look forward to it, that this does not actually kind of take you away the essence of the what you wanted to portray. So this is the only thing that the note that you need to have in mind. Okay. Then the important question, like what is logical design and physical design? How do you convert logical design into physical and explain logical to physical implementation? I hope it's clear because it's a very simple topic. You need to really put this thing in mind, that see whatever database that you are using, you need to have a knowledge about it, and anything you need, and plus that also you need to adjust according to the database that you are being using the model, and also the essence should not be lost. So these two things that you need to have keep in mind before making any. If you just take care of these two, the rest for the design, the patterns, everything follows according to. You just convert the entities into, you make the tables, and from the entities to tables you convert the attributes, then you do the data typing in this. So rest are just point values, right? Thank you so much.